Hello friends, welcome back to my channel. So yesterday we have learned till this problem. We already proved that by Euclid's division algorithm we proved that positive odd integer is of the form 6q plus 1, 6q plus 3 and 6q plus 5. So coming to the next problem, the third one in the exercise, this is the same exercise from exercise 1.1 in the first chapter of. So the third problem is using division method. Okay, I'll write in the next page. Show that square of any positive integer is of form 3p or 3p plus 1. So the basic problem is using the division algorithm we need to show that the square of positive integer, here this word is important, the square of any positive integer is of the form 3p or 3p plus 1. So the only division algorithm we know is Euclid's division algorithm. So we need to write that from Euclid's division algorithm. Whenever you write the board paper for your 10th class, the main important thing is you need to mention each and every point very clearly, because the people who are correcting the paper won't be seeing everything. So whenever you give the function names or any algorithm names, they will be impressed by your paper. From Euclid's division algorithm, what we learn yesterday, a is equal to b into q plus r. So we already know this. Since we have 3p and 3p plus 1, the only thing we should understand is the b value should be 3, because we need to get 3p plus 1. This is by doing the square of the number. So whenever b is 3, the remainders will be always, yesterday I already said that whenever whatever the b value is, remainder should be one value less than that b value. So the remainders will be 0, 1 and 2. Always remember, if this is 3, the values are from 0 to 2. The b to from 0 to b minus 1. So the first case what we will be taking is, now you have to, after getting, you have r value, you have b value, now you have to find a values. Substitute these values in this equation. Whenever r is equal to 0 and b is 3, a is 3q plus r is 0. Again r is 1, b is 3, r is 2 and b is 3. Now we have to find a values. A here would be 3 into q plus 1. Just substitute these values in this equation. Let us say the equation 1. So substitute there, you will be getting this. So 3 into q plus 2. We have these 3 values for a. So for first case I will be taking what is this? This is nothing but 3q. So a is equal to 3q. What did he say? Show that the square of any positive integers. We now, so as he said square of, we need to do squaring on both sides. So after squaring we will be getting a whole square is equal to 3q whole square. So a square is equal to, this is 9q square, but we should show this in the form of 3 into something. So we can also write 9q square as 3 into 3q square. So this 3q square is nothing but p. P is equal to 3q square. Then what do you get? 3 into p. It is nothing but 3p, which you already got from the question. So now the second case is when r is equal to 1, what was the a value? A is 3q plus 1. So again squaring on both sides, because he asked us to find the squares of any positive integer. We should write this, squaring on both sides. Now square. A whole square is equal to 3q plus 1 whole square. There is nothing but a square is equal to, this is in the form of a plus b whole square. So what is the formula for a plus b whole square? A square plus b square plus 2ab. So 3q whole square plus 1 square plus 2 into a. What is a? 3q into b is 1. So a square plus b square plus. So I'll write a formula for a plus b whole square so that you understand very clearly, and you should also write this in exam so that the invigilator understands things very well. Now we should expand it. From above we'll get a square is equal to 3q square is nothing but 9q square plus 6q. Now we should take 3 common because we should get this in the form of 3p plus 1. So we can only take 3 common from this term and this term. 1 is separate term, so you can't have 3 from 1. So only use these 2 terms. 3 into, how do we get 9q square after removing 3? 3 into 3 is 9 and q square as it is. 3 into 3 9 and q square. This is 9q square plus, after removing 3 from 6 we will be having 2q. 2q plus 1. This is 3 into 3q square plus 2q plus 1. So this is nothing but, if we take 3q square plus 2p as p, this is in the form of 3p plus 1. p is 3q square plus 2q. p is some positive integer. This is having a particular value. This is also in the form of 3p plus 1. Hence we proved that the squares of positive integer is in the form of 3p or 3p plus 1. Now moving on to the fourth problem. So this is also a similar model, but this is having cube of an integer. So the question is, using division algorithm, we need to show that the cube of, since many of the going 10th class students do not have textbook, I am writing the question so that though you don't have textbook, you can refer these notes as your textbook itself. These are directly the questions of your exercise problems. Positive integer is of form 9m comma 9m plus 1 and 9m plus 8. So always remember that you are asked about cube of an integer. So here we don't take b directly as 9, because the thing is, after cubing, the value whichever you get should be equal to this 9. So whenever we cube, like suppose I take 2, 2 into 2 is 4, and after 4 if you multiply 2, that is 2 cube is 8. After 2, 3. 3 into 3 is 9, which is very near to this, and 9 into 3 is again 27. So we can consider the value for 3. Now I will be taking again from Euclid's division algorithm. What do we know? A is equal to bq plus r. You will understand why did I take b properly. So just remember, we get a perfect cube if 9 is multiplied by 3. So we take b as 3. Whenever b is 3, the values for r are 0, 1 and 2. R value is less than b, 1 value less than b. So the different values for a will be, a is equal to 3 into q plus, first r value was 0, and second r value is 3q plus 1, and third r value is 3q plus 2. These are 3 different values for a. Next, so now we have to find the cases. The cases are, a is equal to 3q is the first case. This is the first case, this will be the second, and this is the third case. So the thing was, he was asking for cube of any positive integer. So now you shouldn't do the square, you should do cube. So cubing on both sides. This is, after cubing on both sides, you will be getting a whole cube is equal to 3q whole cube. So this is a cube is equal to 3 into 3 is 9, 9 3 is 27, 27 cube. So now this, we should get this in the form of 9 into something. So you should take 9 common from here, because he mentioned that it should be in the form of 9m, 9m plus 1 and 9m plus 8. So you should take 9 as common. 9 into 3 is 27 and q cube is as it is. So as he said 9m, we can take m is equal to 3q cube. Then we will be getting a cube is equal to 9 into m. This is the first case. Again the second case is, what is the second thing? A is equal to 3q plus 1. Again cubing on both sides. I am writing in the short form. You can write the full form. A whole cube is equal to 3q plus 1 whole cube. Now this is in the form of a plus b whole cube. The formula for a plus b whole cube is a cube plus b cube plus 3a square into b plus 3a into b square. So substituting these values from this, we will be getting a cube is equal to, what is a cube? 27q cube. What is b cube? 1 cube is nothing but 1. And 3 into a square is 9q square into 1 plus 3 into, what is a 3 cube into 1 whole square. So this is nothing but 27q cube plus 1 as it is, 3 9s, again 27q square plus 3 into 3 is 9 into q, again into 1 is 9q, that's it. So now you have to get in the form of 9. So take 9 common from whichever terms it is possible. 9 into 9, how many are 27? 9, 3 is 27. So 3q cube plus, again from here 3. 9 into 3 is 27, q square plus 9 in 9 table is 1 time, so 1 cube. It's in nothing but cube. This plus 1, you can't take 9 common from 1, so you write plus 1 here. This is nothing but 9 into now m plus 1, where m is 3q cube plus 3q square plus q. So coming to case 3. The case 3 is a is equal to 3q plus 2. So again cubing on both sides, you will be getting a cube is equal to 3q plus 2 whole cube. Again the formula is in a plus b whole cube. So after doing this, you will be getting a cube is equal to 27q cube plus 2 cube is 8 plus 54q square plus 36q. Again take 9 common from this. 9 3 is 27q cube plus, from 8 you can't take 9 common, so leave that term. 9 6 are 54q square plus 9 4 is 36q plus 8 as it is. So this is 9 into m plus 8, where m is some 3q cube plus 6q square plus 4q. Hence we all the 3 cases are solved from this problem. The question was to prove that 9m plus 1 and 9m plus 8. In the first case you got 9m, in the second case you got 9m plus 1, and in the third case we got 9m plus 8. Seeing all these examples, I think that you understood this very well. Now coming to the fifth problem, show that one and only one out of n comma n plus 2 comma n plus 4 is divisible by 3. Where n is any positive integer. So let's understand the question first. Show that one and only one means one among these three, n or n plus 1 or n plus 4 is divisible by 3. We need to find which one of them is divisible by 3. So as we need to find which of them is divisible by 3, we will be taking, again the problem is same from the Euclid's division method, Euclid's division algorithm. What do we know? A is equal to b into q plus r. So as we have to find out which is divisible by 3, we will be taking b is equal to 3. Then the reminders would be 0, 1, and 2. So now as he said in the form of n, n plus 2 and n plus 4, we will be taking a is equal to n, so that you will be getting in the form of n, n plus 2 and n plus 4, because we need to find that this a value is divisible by 3 or not. So I am taking a is equal to n, so that I can find n, n plus 2 and n plus 4, whether they are divisible by 3 or not. So the different values for n would be, whenever I substitute b is equal to 3 and r is 0, I will getting 3q. This is when r is equal to 0. N is equal to 3q plus 1 when r is 1. N is equal to 3q plus 2 when r is 2. So 3. After getting 3 different values for n, we need to take 3 cases. First case is n is equal to 3q is our first case. So how is the value for n? N is 3 into some number. So the divisibility rules for 3 are 3 into some number is always divisible by 3. Hence this is the case where the 3 into q is divisible by 3, because 3q by 3 leaves some value q. So this number is definitely divisible by 3. Whenever you take the second case is n plus, we all know that n is equal to 3q. So we need to find n plus 2, because in the question we have this value is n plus 2. So how do we get n plus 2? Do plus 2 on both the sides, adding 2 on both sides. Why did we do this? Because in question we are asked to find whether n plus 2 is divisible by 3 or not. So n plus 2 is equal to 3q plus 2. If you don't understand this method, simply substitute q is equal to 1. Whenever you substitute q is equal to 1, 3 into 1 is 3 and add 2 to it. The value is 5. Whether 5 is divisible by 3 or not, this is not divisible. So any number after multiplying this number by 3 and adding 2 to it will never make it a number which would be divisible by 3. So n plus 2 is not divisible by 3. And now finding the third case, which is we already know n is equal to 3q. So what did he say? For n plus 4, we should find out whether this is divisible by 3 or not. So add 4 on both sides, 3q plus 4. You can substitute any value. If we substitute 1 is very easy to substitute and you will be getting easy things, so that after adding the number is very small. You can also substitute 2, 3 and so on, or you can directly substitute 0 itself, so you won't have any problem. So whenever you substitute q is equal to 1, this is 3 into 1 plus 4, which is 7, which is equal to 7. This 7 is never divisible by 3. So any number when multiplied by q into 3 and added by 4 is never divisible by 3. If this would be added by 3, then the number would be divisible by 3, but with 4 and 2 the number is not divisible by 3, because any number, if it is in the 3 table, and you should add 3 for getting the next number within the table. So but if you add 2 or 4 to number, it would either give one number less to it or one number more than it. Hence we can say that only the value of n is divisible by 3. This is the ending conclusion of this. So this is the end of exercise 1.1, guys, and I hope that you understood this very well. If you didn't understand, do watch the video again. From I already have 2 videos. You should before watching this, please watch them, so that you understand the introduction of real numbers and also the remaining problems from exercise 1.1. We are done with exercise 1.1. Now we will be doing exercise 1.2. Thank you guys for listening to me. I hope I taught you very well, and if you like my video, please share with your friends, subscribe the channel, hit a bell icon so that you can get further videos, and also click like button if you like the video. Do follow my channel. Thank you guys. Have a nice day.